Corporate greed, buggy software, blue screen of death. Before reading his memoir, I didn't have too much respect for Bill Gates. I associated him with buggy operating system and the infamous blue screen of death. I always had this feeling that Microsoft culture was ship it first, fix it later. Well, except for Visual Studio Code. I really like that one. And I thought he was just another lucky silver spoon kid born into wealth with a mother who had connections at IBM. Reading his memoir, however, I saw something different. At 13, Gates taught himself to code. There was no internet, no tutorials, no chat GPT, just manuals, mainframes, punch cards, and raw obsession. By 17, he had already started a company, Traf-O-Data, writing software to analyze traffic in Seattle. While most kids were prepping for college, he was writing real code for real clients. At 19, he co-wrote BASIC for Altair 8800, a DIY microcomputer kit, which was the spark that led the personal computer revolution. No screen, no keyboard, just switches and blinking lights. He fit the entire BASIC interpreter into 4 kilobytes of memory. You know, the funny thing is the first computer I ever touched was a Commodore 64. I had no idea the BASIC it ran was based on a version licensed from Microsoft and was co-written by Gates when he was still a teenager. He dropped out of Harvard soon after entering, not because he was failing, but because Microsoft was taking off. And later, when he was rich, he turned towards disease, sanitation, education, and energy. You know, the unglamorous things. And still, people said he caused the pandemic, that he wanted to chip us. Maybe because he was awkward, or because his deep voice, or maybe because everyone was just so scared. I personally never bought that. However, I used to see just another rich tech mogul that once wanted to charge people to send emails. Now, I see someone who is real and never stopped showing up for the hard things. The one lesson that I took from him was that take yourself seriously, even when you are 13. Even when you're still a teenager. His life confirms that if you want success, you should work hard while you're young and still own your time, before the world buries you in noise and responsibility. That's why I respect Bill Gates now. After reading his memoir, I realize there's a real person behind the face, together with perseverance, doubts, flaws, and all. Let me know what you think about him in the comments.